Okay. I'll call the meeting of the Carbon County Board of Commissioners to order. Please rise for a moment of silence, prayer, and the pledge of allegiance.
Father, thank you for each body, mind, heart, and of those participating in this meeting, as well as the lives that we will encounter afterwards. Strengthen our confidence in who we have made us to be. I believe that you will guide us in this meeting so that positive results can be seen days, months, and even years after today. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
These proceedings are being recorded for the sole purpose of constituting the accuracy of written minutes. Tapes are reused, eliminating recorded records of these proceedings. The first item is the approval of the minutes of the previous meeting held September 1, 2022, noting a change to agenda item number 22-436, Children and Youth Agreement, fiscal year 2022-2023 purchase of service agreement with Adelphi Village should be Renaissance Psychological and Counseling Corporation Incorporated.
Motion to approve the changes.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes. Are there any guests concerning county business at this time? Hearing none, we'll move on.
The report of executive sessions held.
There was one held on Friday, September 2nd, at 9:30 a.m. and at 3:15 p.m. for personnel reasons. Tuesday, September 6th at 11 a.m. for personnel. And Wednesday, September 7th at 11 a.m. for personnel. Wait a minute. Not correct. This morning when they,
Not salary board,
oh, I'm sorry, yeah, okay, yeah, personnel, wrong meeting,
wrong meeting.
okay.
The department reports, budget transfers.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yeah.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
There are no supplemental appropriations. Expenditures, gentlemen, at this time, I am requesting the board to consider an amendment to the publicized agenda to include a manual check number 231020 for the Victim Witness Fund.
I'll make that one.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yeah.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Approval of check numbers 230949 through 231020 for expenditures to the general fund clearing account, including the check to Victim Witness. This changes the general fund amount to $1,594,936.16 for a new total of $2,936,826.18.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
The treasurer's report?
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yeah.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes. Okay, this time we'll recess and reconvene our salary board from last week. Any guests concerning salary board business? Hearing none, move on.
The report of executive sessions held.
It was an executive session held September 8th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m.
Gentlemen, under further business, for Children and Youth Services, would the board entertain a motion to amend the publicized agenda for today's meeting to include an item for Children and Youth Services?
Motion amended.
Second.
Mr. Severcek?
Yes.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yeah.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Change the rate of one fiscal technician from $14.53 per hour, grade 10, step A, to $15.42 per hour, grade 10, step C, retroactive to September 6, 2022.
Motion approved.
Mr. Severcek,
Yes.
Mr. Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich,
Yes.
Mr. Notstein.
Yes.
Information technology, would the board entertain a motion to amend the publicized agenda for today's meeting to include 2 items for the information technology department?
Motion amended. Second.
Second.
Mr. Severcek,
Yes.
Mr. Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich,
Yes.
Mr. Notstein.
Yes.
The first item is to establish the position of one IT system administrator trainee at $20.30 per hour, grade 12, step I, effective September 8th, 2022.
Motion approved. Second.
Second.
Mr. Severcek,
Yes.
Mr. Honor.
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich.
Yes.
Mr. Notstein.
Yes.
Change the rate of one IT system analyst, social media technician, from $17.17 per hour, grade 11, step E, to $15.26 per hour, grade 11, step A, effective September 8th, 2022.
Move to change the rate. Second.
Mr. Severcek,
Yes.
Mr. Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich,
Yes.
Mr. Notstein.
Yes.
Want to bring this up without her being here? No?
I don't know what you got.
You're not here to present it, so I would move on. It's gonna be a new point anyway, in my opinion, so.
I don't know what
She
you
has
do.
to
I think
present
it
it
should
or
be okay.
present it in her absence.
I would say since you're not present, I would say that she's to be put on the agenda for the October meeting.
You want to do that in a form of a motion?
I'll go ahead, I'll make the motion. Read it, I'll make the motion.
You'll make the motion for what she had requested?
Or to
Sure,
be
yeah.
put, or to be put on the agenda for the month as a suggestion I had since she was not here.
No, I'll go ahead and make the motion as is, to be on the agenda. I think would it be the 6%? Is that what she's asking?
Yeah, so first we need to do the motion to amend the agenda to include the item.
Sure, motion to amend to include the agenda from the clerk report.
I'll second the amendment. I mean, if she requested it, what are you gonna do? I mean,
Mr. Severcek,
Yes.
Mr. Honor.
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich,
Yes,
Mr. Notstein.
Yes.
So the item is change the rates and salaries of the clerk of court's office retroactive to September 1st, 2022, as listed on exhibit R1.
move to change the rate.
Which one is, oh, that's the one for the change of rate.
6%.
Oh, yeah, no for that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get to the vote.
Is there a second?
Oh, to get it to the vote.
I would second it with the exception of the 2 recently created administrative assistant positions last month.
I'll make a second to the amendment.
Mr. Severcek,
Oh,
Mr. Honor,
no.
Mr. Lukasevich,
No,
Mr. Notstein.
No. Okay, no further business for the salary board. We will be adjourned until our October 5th meeting. I'll reconvene our commissioners meeting.
I got out a quarter earlier than I thought. Which is why I stayed over here.
Starting off with the personnel report for county department.
Motion approved.
Second,
Mr. Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich,
yes,
Mr. Notstein.
Yes,
The acknowledgement for the courts and row offices.
Motion acknowledged.
Mr. Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich,
yes,
Mr. Notstein.
yes,
Correspondence was received as listed. Copies will be made available to the press upon request. Advertising. For approval, authorize the advertisement of the invitation to bid for the HVAC installation at the Mock Chunk Opera House via pen bid.
Motion approved.
second,
Mr. Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich,
yes,
Mr. Notstein.
yes,
Boards and authorities, Area Agency on Aging Advisory Board appointment. 1-year term to June 30th, 2023, representing community. Dana Stebeleski, St. Luke's University Health Network of Lehighton, Pennsylvania. And Ellen Kaplan of Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania.
Motion to appoint.
second,
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
yes,
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Reappointments, 1-year terms to June 30th, 2023, consumer representatives, Grace Regigio, Thomas Williams, and Diane Ludicky.
Motion approved.
second,
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
yes,
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Emergency Rental Assistance Program for approval and execution. Addendum number 1 to the sub-grant agreement with Catholic Charities, Diocese of Allentown, Pennsylvania, for the continuation of the Emergency Rental Assistance Program 2022 in the amount of $3,282,562.39.
Motion approved and execute.
second,
Mr. Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich,
yes,
Mr. Notstein.
yes,
In lieu of taxes. For approval, distribution of $20,357.59 from the city of Bethlehem to school districts, townships, and the county representing payment in lieu of taxes for 2022 on property owned by the Bethlehem Water Authority to the entities as listed.
Motion approved.
second,
second,
You might have a lag there.
Mr. Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich,
yes,
Mr. Notstein.
yes. We'll make a comment on this now. There are thousands of acres of land that we hundreds that we lose to the taxes on for the federal, different water authorities, et cetera. And this, I know I had a conversation with others from municipalities that this has not been increased, to my knowledge. It has been,
Hasn't been in.
no, it has not been increased in years. We all know struggles we have here in Carbon County with revenue from real estate taxes. And, you know, to me, this is an extremely small amount of money for the amount of property that is taken off the tax rolls of Carbon County to supply another county. And I think we need to seriously consider pursuing, along with our municipalities and school districts affected, not only maybe the school district or the Bethlehem Water Authority, but other water authorities in the county that the water is going outside the county as well. So we need to take a good, strong look at that and see what we can do to get that increased.
And I would agree with that because, they're making money off of it. And, I don't know how we pursue that part of it, but
That, and I think they
Yeah.
timbered as well,
yeah.
and we get no funds from the timbering profits that they make on the property.
Right.
Okay,
Next item is planning and development. For approval and execution. Revision request number 6. For CDBG program fiscal year 2019, contract number 73,823 Lehighton Borough. Moving $86,401 from clearance and demolition, 135, 139 North Street in Lehighton to the senior center for a new room.
I'll make that motion.
Second,
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
yes,
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
The solicitors report?
Thank you. For the Area Agency on Aging, the SHARE program, seeking approval and execution of an agreement between Carbon County Area Agency on Aging and Kelly A. Cummings to continue as SHARE Housing Counselor. The position was created by the federally mandated and funded SHARE Housing Matchup Pilot Program to address an increasing need for affordable housing options for seniors and seniors with disabilities. This agreement will commence on October 1st, 2022 and continue for a period of 1 year for so long as funding is available. The cost will be $23.04 per hour, not to exceed an annual compensation of $45,000 per year of the contract for a 37.5-hour work week with flexible hours and duties as indicated. Mileage will be reimbursed at the current rate of 62 cents per mile. And the agreement will continue until terminated by either party upon 30 days written notice to the other party.
Motion.
second,
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
yes,
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
In the Controller's Office, seeking a motion for ratification of addendum number 2 to the agreement dated October 10, 2021 with Harold Hydro of Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, to provide accounting and financial training to the accounting manager in the Controller's Office. The term is to be extended from July 1st, 2022 through August 4th of 2022. And compensation during that term will be $50 per hour for a maximum of not more than 44.5 hours for the extended term. In all other respects, the agreement of October 10, 2021 is ratified and confirmed in full. I'm sorry, August 4th should have been August 5th, 2022. Again, the compensation during the term will be $50 per hour for a maximum of not more than 44.5 hours for the extended term. In all other respects, the agreement dated October 10, 2021 is ratified and confirmed in full, and release of that payment for that extended period is authorized.
Motion to ratify.
second,
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
yes,
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
The courthouse renovation project, seeking a motion for approval and execution for a grant of a right-of-way to PP&L Electric Utilities Corporation to construct, reconstruct, operate, and maintain its electric communication facilities consisting of one anchor guy and overhead facilities as shown on the courthouse renovation project.
Motion to approve and execute.
second,
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
yes,
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
On the 525 Iron Street project, seeking a motion for acceptance of a proposal from Johnson Controls Fire Protection of Allentown, Pennsylvania for a camera system at $35,000.61 and access control at $21,391.85 for the 525 Iron Street location. The total contract amount is $56,392,000. Sorry. $56,392.46 under the Sourcewell contract 030421-JHN.
Motion accepted.
Second,
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
yes,
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Parks and Recreation seeking a motion for approval and execution of a special activities agreement for the use of Mock Chunk Lake Park by Raising the House for a drive-through holiday light display at Mock Chunk Lake Park on November 17, 18, 19, 20, 25th, 26th, and 27th, 2022, and December 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16, 17, 18, 23rd, and 24th of 2022. Subject to the county's standard special conditions for the use of Mock Chunk Lake Park.
Motion approved and executed.
second,
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
yes,
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Implementation of salary board actions for the courts. Motion to accept and implement the 6% salary increases fixed by the salary board for the court offices as listed on exhibits J1 through J6 of the salary board agenda on Thursday, September 1, 2022.
And I will make that motion with discussion.
I'll second,
Last week, we went over this at the salary board and this 6% increase was presented to us. I myself, I've been looking for people to get the right salary at the right positions. I mean, I wasn't fighting for the one at the middle or at the bottom. I was looking for the ones at the middle and the top. And I'll still come back to say that percentage raises don't work in our situation. And there's going to be a lot of probably controversy here. I hope it doesn't wind up into a lawsuit, that we can all sit down and work this all out. But this is going back to this Monroe County case that was Caddo Vote versus Monroe, that the decision was made August 5th, 1994. And it was brought to our attention in this case. And you have to look at the case. More or less, the ruling was that if you didn't exhaust your budget, it possibly could have been that you could have got. If you exhausted, then you weren't eligible. I mean, I think Bob can get into a little bit more, but I don't think we should be, if it would come to that, I don't think we should be separating departments, that one department gets a raise and the other one doesn't. And then I said, I've been squawking about this for a year. And we can't blame it on the salary study. If we blame it on the, we shouldn't be blaming it on the salary study. If we can't come together to this, then we're the blame for it. That's what I think. I mean, that's what I've always said and this is budget, you could say a budget request and a tax increase. And if it's going to get to that, then let's do it for the right reason, you know, not to make the situation worse. And that's all I have to say about it. And that pertains to all of the motions.
I'm gonna call for the vote. Mr. Honor?
No.
Mr. Lukasevich?
no,
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
For the district attorney, seeking a motion to accept and implement the 6% salary increases fixed by the salary board for the district attorney's office as listed on exhibit R4 of the salary board agenda on Thursday, September 1, 2022.
Motion to. Oh,
yeah, I'll second,
okay.
Mr. Honor?
No.
Mr. Lukasevich?
no,
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
For Prothonotary, seeking a motion to accept and implement the 6% salary increases fixed by the salary board for the Prothonotary's office as listed on exhibit R5 of the salary board agenda on Thursday, September 1, 2022.
Motion accept.
second,
Mr. Honor?
No.
Mr. Lukasevich? Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
For the public defender, seeking a motion to accept and implement the 6% salary increases fixed by the salary board for the public defender's office as listed on exhibit R6 of the salary board agenda on Thursday, September 1, 2022.
Motion accept.
Mr. Honor?
No.
Mr. Lukasevich?
No,
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
For the recorder of deeds, seeking a motion to accept and implement the 6% salary increases fixed by the salary board for the office of the recorder of deeds as listed on exhibit R7 of the salary board agenda on Thursday, September 1, 2022.
Motion accept.
second,
Mr. Honor?
No.
Mr. Lukasevich?
no,
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
For the register of wills, seeking a motion to accept and implement the 6% salary increases fixed by the salary board for the office of the register of wills as listed on exhibit R8 of the salary board agenda on Thursday, September 1, 2022.
Motion accept.
second,
Mr. Honor?
No.
Mr. Lukasevich?
no,
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
For the treasurer, seeking a motion to accept and implement the 6% salary increases fixed by the salary board for the office of the treasurer as listed on exhibit R9 of the salary board agenda on Thursday, September 1, 2022.
Motion accept.
second,
Mr. Honor?
No.
Mr. Lukasevich?
no,
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
For the sheriff, seeking a motion to accept and implement the 6% salary increases fixed by the salary board for the office of the sheriff as listed on exhibit R10 of the salary board agenda on Thursday, September 1, 2022.
Motion accept.
second,
Mr. Honor?
No.
Mr. Lukasevich?
no,
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Nothing else for this solicitor's report.
Any further business? Hearing none, commissioners' reports, Mr. Honor?
The only thing I have to say, I'm not gonna hit on the salary study, but I do wanna actually, yesterday I was at the senior, event. And I just wanna, I'm sure maybe some of the row officers aren't happy with it, but they did one good job. I mean, they were doing, passports, they were doing, actually, I think, discharge papers for, people that are actually could be entering into this lawsuit, with that, the Camp Lejeune. And it's like, I just have to commend them all for what they did, getting out, things that people should not be answering their phone calls and giving their credit cards away. So I just want to commend them on that, what they did. And I said, I have to commend them for, they actually stick up for their people. And maybe we have a little bit of a different view and hopefully we'll get to the same point and agree on it. And that's it.
Mr. Lukasevich?
yeah, make the comment that the salary board recommendation put forth and voted on today were clearly a challenge to legal taxing and budgeting authority of the Board of Commissioners. And not only this Board of Commissioners, but in all 60 counties that are governed by the county trust code across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I call this action undermining our legal authority and responsibility of a board to conduct an annual and deliberate budget planning process and to duly consider any taxation or increase or diminishing of taxes that may be necessary. This would have clearly, if approved, would have imposed what I would argue is an illegal tax on the citizens of Carbon County, including senior citizens, low income, and all the hardworking blue-collar workers who pay property taxes. Clearly, this was an attempt to circumvent the budget process, and again, to undermine the sole legal taxing authority at the county level, which is this board. That's all I have.
Mr. Notstein?
The senior, the expo that was held again yesterday, the vendors I talked to and as well as the county offices that were there, they said it was a bigger turnout than usual. I don't think they took a head count at all, but it was packed in spite of the little bit of rain that they had. At least it was a little bit drier than last year. And this is the first opportunity we had to get there at a decent time.
I don't even know. I thought they said there was like 2,000.
Well,
I don't know.
there were coming
It's
and going
a
all
lot.
day and there was a long line trying to get in the door. And they didn't, they didn't even really register or anything, they just, no room inside to get in the door. And so it was a great turnout. Like I said, normally it's on a Thursday when we have our commissioners meeting, and we don't normally get there until the people are leaving after 12. And to be there and with a long line waiting to get in the door, it took me over an hour to get, well, maybe not an hour, quite almost an hour to get in the door, because everyone wants to talk and say hello and everything else, and just, I wasn't gonna butt in line and get beat up. Some of these seniors are nasty. But it was another great event by our senators and state reps, Senator Udine, Senator Oracle, and Representative Heffley, and thank them for putting them on, and all the people in the hospitals and all the different agencies that come out and present their information to the seniors. I talked to quite a few people that was their first time there, and they thought it was very informative. People were running out of forms and everything for, they never expected such a turnout. Register of Will, that talked to her, helped 3 or 4 people out, and one of the people went home, got the information, came back and started working on whatever it was. Donna said it was, but nice. Worked with her right away. So it gave the seniors a good opportunity to meet the people, the services, and talk to them, and what is really out there for the seniors. So the county, I'm proud to say, was very well represented by our offices, our row offices, our aging offices, etc. And that's what it's all about, serving the public. So I commend all that were involved in that yesterday in the senior expo. Good job. Meeting adjourned. Amy. Oh, one more.
I thought we were gonna have an election this year. No.
Okay. Okay. Now call the election board meeting of September 8th, 2022. Order. Turn it over to Carol here from the election office.
Good morning. It is a very short agenda, Chair, and so I will turn this back over to you for guests.
Okay. Any guests concerning election board business? Hearing none. Meeting adjourned.
I do have a little bit of further business here, just to provide an update for the general election on Tuesday, November 8th. The elections office has already received a total of 3,544 applications for absentee and mail-in ballots. And this is higher than the total of 3,512 that were received for the primary election in May. So,
Thanks for that update. Sorry.
thank you. And there is nothing else to report. Thank you.
Meeting adjourned again. No.
Call back to order for the report. Gotta keep it. Okay. All right, thank you, Carol. Now, Amy. Morning.
Not nearly as crazy as last week, but with those actions regarding the 6% salary increase, that it's basically you took that 6% off the table now. Okay. And this was the first time I've ever seen a salary board action come before commissioners. So obviously that was allowed to do that, or how did that work?
Well, a lot of the actions, I think, do come about in front of the commissioners when we adopt the budgets, when we hire people, you know, and that's why we do the salary board before we have the personnel reports, because what the salary board does affects the commissioners. It's rare that it happens like this, but it happens all the time with the prison board, et cetera. They make recommendations to us, et cetera. But yeah, it's extremely rare, but what we do at salary board does affect personnel reports.
Now, I know Commissioner Arner already said basically for moving forward, you're hoping to have negotiations and kind of finding a good place to start with.
Well, and that's, I go back to the end, and I've said it for a year, we have to fix these salaries. And I said, can we do something during the year? I don't know, you know, this Canoe case throws a little bit more light into it. I don't know where that's gonna go in the direction, you know, with the row officers or anything like that, or the judge. But I think our budget is we're starting on the budget now. And I think now's the time to correct it. I mean, if we're looking at a tax increase, then let's do it for a reason. You know what I mean? Not for something that's, I mean, I think if we throw this 6% at it, what my plan would be, my idea to correct them all. I think it's just gonna throw it out of whack. If you want to use the word out of whack. But what happens if some areas get more money than others? And what happens if this lawsuit that some departments don't get money? You know, they get sued, but you look at the lawsuit, what was it, about 2 years it took to come to light for the ruling. And I don't think we have to go there. I think we have to sit down and figure this out, and figure it out for January. And I don't think giving somebody 6% at the bottom, moving them up to $12.07 is going to keep them here. I think we have to give them a little bit of hope on what we're working on and what they have for their future. I mean, I figured one of them out, like, I think that the lower wage, and I don't want to focus on the lower wages because it's disparity all the way through. But you look at the lower wage, if they would get 6% now, it would almost take them 8 years to get up, at a normal rate. Normally it's 3%. If they would go at that 3%, it would take them 8 years to get to $15. That's not right. I mean, in 8 years, what will the lower salary be? I mean, we're putting things off. I think we have to sit down and hash it out, and if whatever it takes, we're going to have to do it. But I'm not going to sit there and tax the taxpayers right now. I'm a taxpayer too. Everybody in this room is a taxpayer. And I think we have to sit down, and I think people realize it, that people need higher wages, and I go back to it too. I don't think there's any gas station along the road that says if you're $12 person an hour, that you can stop at this gas station. Everybody got to pay the same amount of money for gas, and everybody got to pay the same amount of money, I always say, for that tomato that they buy in the store. So, and can I get everybody together? I don't know. But that's what my focus will be, to try to get this within line in the budget for the 2023 budget. I mean, that's been my focus for a year. If everybody wants to go along for the ride, I'm ready to drive the bus if they want to. How's that?
War on the other side. So having this motion now conceded and going back to square one.
I understand their concerns, I really do. I also understand and know what our problem is with the getting employees here. So we have another resignation for our IT department over in courts. We had a retirement in our IT here, and we approved that position today to promote, and it creates we did move someone up. But the problem we're seeing, not only on the low end, but the higher paying positions for a good qualified IT person. There's a lot of technical stuff there. You should have your certifications, degrees, or whatever. And these people are dealing with a multitude of different programs by the state, outside sources, etc., from Tyler and different programs, the state, the election systems, and everything else are all different. So it's one thing to learn the programs, but it's another thing to have all that technical ability to be able to install the services and the wiring and what's right when size wire, what's CAD 6, CAD 4, whatever. I think it's highly technical. This is one of just, there's a lot, but this is just one position that, I think the salaries are extremely low for what the work is that we're requesting or advertising for hiring. You just don't get many applications. Who wants to clean a dog shelter? The animal shelter is another issue. We just, how many times the people we line up interviews, they don't show up, they don't call. But not only that often position, but many other positions. You call these people, you set up an interview, don't show, they don't tell you why. Recently, we did have one that unfortunately, he was in an automobile accident on the way to an interview here. But the guy called, he told us, and we accept that. and another one got COVID, so they're gonna do that by Zoom or online. That's acceptable, at least those people call, but many of these people, only 1 out of 10 that don't show up, call or something, I'd say. It's just that, and I think some of the higher positions as well need to be addressed as well, not only the low. Some are too high, some are too low. I mean,
And
it's gonna be a challenging year to address,
Yeah,
and
and-
come January, there better be some movement by this board is what I got.
yeah, and then I think we have to, we have to commit to that. And I think a lot of people come out there and they look at, oh, this is in that budget and that's in that budget. And I think it came up this morning about the opiate money that we're getting. And I don't want to use Paul as an example, but Paul has this new person that we approved and we got a grant for, and we can't even use the money technically for him. It has to be opiate related, so the 300,000 we get, we don't even really know where it's gonna go, and that's with every budget, you just can't approve things in one budget and say, okay, now we're gonna throw it over there. Yeah,
Treatment.
yes, so it's a little bit more to work out than just saying whose budget gets what. I mean, this is like I said, we gotta get down. I think last year we lacked a little bit getting off starting. Now we're working on it. I mean, I'm hoping that people come over and they think what it is. And like I said, I'm not gonna rely on the salary study. I mean, we will when it gets here. I mean, it's gonna give us information and it's probably not gonna be 100% correct for us. We already know that, but I think it's something that we can go by that gives us justification that when we give raises, and I said, I don't really have an intent to take money away from anybody if they're at the top. I don't intend to not give them a raise. You know what I mean? Everybody needs a raise because I hear it's the inflation and it's a tough situation we're in here. And I mean, and if we make the wrong moves, the people will pay for it years down the road. I mean, just like that prayer I said this morning, I hope we make decisions that it's going to take us years away that it doesn't affect us. So
If I may, I just.
go ahead.
Just directly answer your procedural question. The Commonwealth Court regards in its case law regards the salary board as a watchdog agency. It's a check on the commissioner's authority. But the case law and Commissioner Arner referred to the Cadieux case out of Northampton, and that just confirmed that the salary board's actions cannot compel the commissioners to implement salaries that exceed what is in the current budget for each department's salaries. Now, this came on so suddenly that essentially the commissioners, the entire salary board was kind of in the dark. They don't know what the salary is, and there might be some disparity. Maybe some departments do have enough in their salary budgets for the year that it would cover those increases. Others may not, so there would be some disparities. Some departments would win, some would lose, and that wouldn't be fair to everyone. So it required everyone in the salary board and now the commissioners to just kind of take on faith without having enough information to make an informed decision about whether those are covered by the current budget or if that needs to be addressed in the next budget. So
Yeah, and
that's why it came up.
Yeah, and another one, like, you could figure out here is just say there's 10 people in the department or 10 positions, and there's only 8 working. Are we considering all of them, which it should be, because I would like to have them 10 positions filled, to have that department work efficiently. So we need them numbers. We can't have numbers with just the 8 employees in it. We have to have it with the 10 on and make a decision on that. I mean, you wind up, we have, I forget how many positions throughout the county. You have 40 positions that aren't included in the tax increase. You're in trouble, so we need all the numbers. And I said, we're going to try to get it. And hopefully within the next month, I mean, I've been working on it all along. I mean, trying to figure things out. And I have ideas, but the salary study will definitely help, and the help with all the departments. I mean, it's even our departments, the ones, if it's children, youth, or aging. I mean, like Wayne, I sort of include aging in where they were at Franklin yesterday, but we have, is it 25 departments we gotta worry about? You know, it's not just, everybody thinks, oh, you got a couple. No, we have 25 departments, and then we have workforce and the other one yet, under workforce. Them are two departments that we share with
Chamber, we have one.
yeah, oh yeah, that's right. There's some of them that are out there that's, I mean, they're so it's a lot to consider, you know.
Economic development.
Yeah, so you need all the numbers, not just 6 departments or 7 departments.
you. Now in regards to the emergency rental assistance program, was that money, 3.2 million, just left over from previously that was just continuing, or how does that?
That's ERAP two.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's
yeah,
the second.
that's the
installment.
second,
Okay.
yeah. Second.
Same way they're running it as
Yeah,
before?
yeah, no.
And then one last question I have in regards to the expenditures. The general fund expenditures is kind of high. I was just wondering, is there any special ticket items that
Yeah.
were hired?
I think most of it was the transfer of the funds for the benefit packages. Is what that was.
The benefit packages?
Well, the, what was it, retirement ordinance, not all that stuff was in there. When I read that, I didn't bring.
Yeah, I think it's like,
I don't know if it had that.
yeah, like the Blue Cross and Blue Shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
the medical, all transfers into that funds to pay for those, benefits, the benefit packages, basically.
Yeah,
That's the.
Thank you. That's all I have.
Do we have a new reporter with us today?
It's an intern.
No questions, fine. Go ahead, introduce yourself, please. Fine.
Thank you for having me here. I'm Emily, an intern.
Okay, but that doesn't mean you can't ask questions.
I don't have
You
it
don't
right
have-
now.
she doesn't want to get herself in trouble.
Nothing.
Does anybody on the board of commissioners support like a federally mandated $15 minimum wage? Something like that, maybe just something good.
I
don't know if I'm gonna get into.
I don't know if I, yeah, I know.
For inflation, for the pandemic, and
Well-
the problem in a small county. Why wouldn't it be a problem?
I think we did kind of set a minimum, really, when we dropped grade 4 and went to
Yeah.
5. I think we're all above, right, new HR left. I think we now have everyone up to $12 an hour at
Yeah,
least.
something that.
Before that, earlier this year, I think we were still some at $9.50, $10, including the lifeguards and some of those maybe the parking lot. So, yeah, we did increase on the lower end, quite a few that, up to the $12 range.
Would the county be able to afford to pay $15 to?
No, I think that I'd have to look at how many positions really we have below 15.
95
I think-
under the commissioners.
Well, yeah, I think it was like when we increased it from. Better talk to Dawn, but I think it was like 67 people it affected when we went up to that rate change that affects 67 people. So our workforce is just over 300 full-time and with part-time about 400. So figure maybe at least maybe 10-15% already, right there, more. So, yeah, there's quite a few. Every time we do something like that, it affects a lot. And my biggest thing in this salary study is the grouping, the supervisory and everything, and coming up with a good definition. There is no definition of what qualifies you to get that rate as a supervisor. Let's say if you're supervising 5 people or 10 people, 20 people, do you need a degree? Some of our positions require degrees. And I think the position Mark is looking for is a degree position. Our people with children and youth have to have a degree, and some of the other offices are extremely helpful to have a degree. And I think those, there's a lot of variables that you have to put into the grouping. May not just be the amount of people you supervise, but maybe because you have to have a degree that I think qualifies for maybe another grade higher or something. So there's a lot of things that have to be looked at, and I'm hoping that's the big thing I'm hoping for in the study is breaking down, getting those definitions for the different grades, so we can better grade. We don't need, I don't want to play these damn word games with administrative assistant and clerk. You have secretary 1, secretary 2, change the name, secretary for this. Bull crap. I mean, they're doing the same thing basically, you know, and adjusting your job descriptions doesn't always warrant an increase, you know. We all work hard. Most of the county employees and great employees work hard. And
Yeah, and even when you look at like the position that Mark's looking for, I mean, he's competing with business managers that are going to school. And you can't even compete with that, you know, like how does somebody come here for the salary that is? That's what it said. It's like, it's all over the county. I mean, all over all the employees. So
said before, if we don't have good qualified people in some of these positions, it's gonna cost us possibly millions of dollars. If something slips through the cracks of children and youth, it's the best example I can come up with. You know, if we don't take care of that kid, if we don't do what we're supposed to do, and something happens because we didn't take that child out of a home because it wasn't properly investigated, and that all the taxpayers are gonna pay for that. You know, so we have to maintain a certain amount of workforce to do the job where they're shorthanded now. They're carrying more caseloads than they should be. Their job is meticulous. Everything you have to dot your i's, cross your t's, make sure every incident gets reported, gets investigated within so many hours. You have to do follow-ups with family members, any person that may have been in contact with that child in that home. And that just doesn't happen. Some cases are good, are not good, but short, and others could take days to get all that information. And if you're doing cases like that, you can't carry 30 cases. And if you don't have enough people and the supervisors are doing work that they shouldn't be doing because they're helping their caseworkers to get done with their work. And that's when things fall through the cracks. You can't get to these people, and if somebody misses something in their reports and that, and it goes to court, we're done. So, I just want the public really doesn't understand those things. That there's a big liability for not doing our job. You go over to the pathonetary's office, they don't have enough people to do a passport. Okay, well, people from Luzerne County come here now, because they don't do them up in Luzerne County at all. Do we want to do away with that? I don't know. A lot of responsibility in these offices that people don't understand, and I'm sure our public defender can tell you as well, that the cases they have and the paperwork in filing offices and that, they better be right. Okay, anything else? Okay, good question. Long answer. All right, have a good one.